Gonna go over here to my power panel, switch it on. My graph is running on number 1, so I'm gonna push it. Gonna come over here to my graph, and boom, everything's on. Welcome back to the channel, guys. All right, in this episode, I'm gonna show you some of the modifications I'm doing with my Pelican Mustang 100X. Okay, what I'm gonna be showing you is my installation. By no means am I an expert. I'm gonna show you the installation of my Kayak power battery box. I've already bought the 2 batteries. They're installed. I'm also gonna show you the Kayak power panel installation, and also the installation of my Lowrance Hook2 SplitShot HDI graph, well, fish finder and the chart plotter. Okay, I already have my Lowrance graph mounted. It's just right here in the front, right in the middle, where this section, there's a little slant here, which worked out perfect for the factory mount. I know you didn't want to see me drill 4 holes, so basically I just drilled down the 4 holes. I put the screws in, I attached them with rubber nut garments. Up underneath here, I put my hole so the wires could go through. It was about a 5/8 inch hole or so. I ran my transducer cable. It's not all mounted up yet, but the cool thing about my transducer, I have it mounted right here underneath my seat. I used the factory mount that came with it. This is flush against the hull of my Kayak. There's no moving. It's not going to interfere with my legs. You don't need water for this the transducer. You'll get your readings right through the plastic of your hull. Okay guys, what I'm going to end up doing with my transducer wiring, I'm going to hide it underneath the seat here. You know, mount it up underneath the lip of my boat. As for my power line, or my power cable, I'm going to do the same thing on the left side here. I'm going to mount it up underneath the lip, and it's actually going to go into right here, which is the Kayak power port. And where I'm going to end up putting the power port for the graph, I'm going to mount it flush roughly right in this area. And what's going to happen, my power cord's going to come out, my power line's going to come out, and I'm going to have a little bit of power here, but it's going to have this separate plug, and it's going to plug, it'll probably be that little bit exposed, but it's going to plug right in here in my power plug. Okay, this power port, I'm gonna run it through the Kayak. I'm gonna drill a little hole here, and it's gonna hook in right here to my power panel. And I'll show you what I have planned for my battery box and the power panel. Okay, with the Pelican 100X Mustang, you get this little water resistant box that sits in the back here of your boat. So what I did, this is where I want to put my power pack and my battery box. I did a little modification with my box, and I'll show you that right now. Okay guys, that's where this you know, that little bag of storage went. So I've modified it. I was thinking, okay, if I put my battery box here, it's gonna get soaking wet. So why not, with my bag here, for my power panel, I screwed it right here into the zipper part. So my power line will plug right in here, you know, to my power pack, my battery box. These are what I'm gonna power everything off of. So my Lowrance graph, the power cable I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna run those wires down here. It's gonna plug right here, you know, directly in. And what I did is I drilled, I think it was like a 1 3/8 hole. I made this little opening here with the Wilderness through hole wiring kit. So with the one little hole I'm drilling here, I'm only gonna have 1 or 2 wires coming out as of right now. And that'll be for my control panel, my power panel, the wire from that, then just my power line for my graph. So what's cool about this, yes, I know this bag is not waterproof, but it is water resistant. Now here with the wiring whole wiring kit, they have a little rubber garment, and I'll show you after that. My wires are just gonna plug right into here. They're gonna come out this other side here and plug right in. Okay guys, right here is my power cable from the graph. This is the inline fuse, and this here is my power port right here, my Yak power port. So what I did is I got my heat gun, and that's how I spliced my wires, my connections all together. So now that my power cable is heat shrunk in there, what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to get a little bit of electrical tape and just get it a little nicer, you know, so it's up out of the way. And there's my electrical tape, just a little added protection. Okay guys, before I tidy everything up, here's my power. I just have it all sitting outside so I can make sure the power works. My power for my Lowrance is hooked into my power panel. My power panel is running right now over to my Yak power pack, which my power pack is ran into my power panel. So let's see if we got power. Okay guys, well it's the next day. As you can see, I'm in a different change of clothes. I didn't want to film last night. I didn't think the lighting was good enough, but my kayak is complete. It all came out pretty clean, man. Okay, I'm going to show you how everything works. First off, we go over here. We're going to unzip this. If you remember, I showed you I have my Yak power system. Here's my battery pack. We're gonna switch it on right here. It's on. Gonna go over here to my power panel. Switch it on. My graph is running on number 1. So I'm gonna push it. Gonna come over here to my graph. And boom, everything's on. So let me show you how everything is finally mounted. Okay, don't mind the little silicone. I have to clean up some. I did include another rod holder on each side. I was waiting for all my silicone to dry so I could clean it up some. Okay, so I have 4 rod holders. All right, the graph is up. Accept. Okay, there's my GPS. This graph's pretty awesome. I hope the glare is not too bad. If I go to my pages, see how you can see. I got my chart, my sonar, my down scan, side by side, and I could add a page. And that is if I add a like side scan or anything like that. All right, let's go over here. Like I said, here's my power system. I'm just gonna click it. I'm gonna shut it off. Boom, my graph's off. This right here is the Yak power panel. This is what I have my graph going into. I hardwired it with the heat gun and I put some electrical tape around. I think I explained that before. Then going back here, I actually had to make some adjustments. I don't know, right here, this is where I had it mounted before on the inside. The cable here for this power panel, it's not long at all. So I thought I had this figured out, but I didn't. So what I did is I put some silicone in these holes. I put some electrical tape underneath it so the silicone holds in there, just to cover up those, you know, to make them a little more water resistant. And any future wiring I'm gonna have right here. And I think I mentioned before, this is where my transducer is. I forgot to show you, want to show you how this graph works. See if I could do this with one hand. Just unplug my transducer and my power. This is a locking feature. You just press it down. Let me go up here so I don't drop it. You squeeze these 2 tabs together and you slide your graph out. It's a little easier with, and boom, there you go. Okay guys, well, I appreciate you watching and I hope this helps you out. I will leave the description, or I will leave all the parts I used in the description below. It's gonna be links over to Amazon. However, it's not Amazon affiliate, so I'm not making any money off it. So once again, this is for the Pelican Mustang 100X. I hope this helps you guys out. Y'all, I appreciate you all, and y'all be safe. Later.